Hi guys and welcome to the Mercedes E-Class. It's an iconic car to say the least. This new body style looks very sleek. No hard lines nowhere, just clean looks. You know, it bothers no one. It just looks good from every angle. The boot is, well, it's rather big for a sedan, but a estate version of this car would be the one to go for, unless you are a government official of some sort. Sitting at the back, I have a good 10 centimeters of knee room, no problems here. Leather is the cheaper kind, not the Napa leather, so it's grained and not the softest you can buy. I would prefer it to have a black headlining and also a sunroof, so it would bring more light in. But yeah, materials at the back feel nice, as a Mercedes should. Let's go sit in the front and see how it drives. As you can see, you have these very nice sporty seats. They hug you in all of the just right places. Push button start is, it pulsates. You see, it pulsates. Now this is the diesel version, of course. The most popular version of this car you can buy, the E220, the 220d. Gear lever is up here. If you are used to driving cars that have gear selectors down here, this will be weird at first, but trust me, having a gear lever here, it's the best place really. If you aren't using the manual shifter or any sort of things down here, this is the best place. You just put D, reverse, it just works so nicely. Now, one thing I found mildly irritating was the fact that I'm used to having a windshield wiper torque here, and now it's here. It's a twistable knob. It's not the best solution, I think. They probably should have, made two storks here. I don't know. If you're used to Mercedes, this is how it works, and it's not bad. And I like the gear selector position very much. Now, as I mentioned, this is the 220d. It's sort of the mid-range version. You can have a 200d, and also you have the bigger engines, 3 liters, 350d, 400, and then there's the AMG line, of course. But this is the most popular among taxi cabbers. You can find these absolutely everywhere, because does everything you need basically. 143 kilowatts ensures that this is a plenty fast car. Most people will never need any more power than this. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour time in this is quoted at 7.3, and my Draghi confirms it, 7.31. Now let's take perfect conditions. This will probably do 7 seconds to 100 kilometers an hour, and it's it's not fast, but again, more than you need. It's that torque that you feel, that you really feel. I'm not sure how much of it has, but I'm guessing around 400-500 Newton meters, and yeah, it's down low in every gear. It just pulls, and it pulls really hard actually for a engine like this. If you're choosing an E-Class, this is probably the engine you want to get, because, well, let's be honest, if you're not getting an AMG or a 400 hybrid, this is probably the one you want. Petrol versions, well, there's really no upside of getting it, because the diesels in these newer Mercedes are really good. They're not rattly at all, and well, if you're driving, you don't even notice that you're driving a diesel. It's just your fuel economy is very low, and if you're starting the car up, it's not that noisy. So there really isn't the downside of getting a diesel in this E-Class. You see, it sounds more like a V6 even, or it's grunty, and it has a deep sound. It doesn't bother me at all. You know, some diesel cars, not gonna mention all of them, but let's say Volvo, the 2-liter diesels in those cars, well, it feels like a tractor. In the Mercedes, well, it's a Mercedes. So yeah, okay. So so options and the interior quality. I wouldn't spec this car up like this. I would get it with 2 big screens. The digital dashboard, it's just amazing in Mercedeses. You have to find an example that has this, or well, it's a compromise, but I wouldn't make one. Secondly, I would prefer it to have a Nappa leather interior. This, as I mentioned before, this is the grainy version, not the most expensive interior material. And well, if I'm choosing, I'd probably get a white or a beige interior, because it looks so good with the ambient lighting. You can really choose so many different shades. Currently it's, you know, velvet or lilac, whatever you want to call it, but you can put it in red, blue, green, whatever your mood is. As of options, you know, Mercedes, they can ask a lot for the options. You can add a Burmeister stereo, all the tech stuff, blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, of course pedestrian safety versions, a big navigation screen, which this has, by the way. There's some versions out there with the small screen, and it just looks so pathetic. It's just like it's like a Jew made the car. Like it's configured so wrong. Come on, you're buying a rather expensive car, just spec some of the options, please. But yeah, these smaller versions are mostly taxi cabs, and you can just steer right ahead and, you know, don't even look at them. Again, you can have massaging seats, ventilated, heated, everything basically. And if you're buying a used car, like most of these are now, a newer version of the E-Class is coming soon, just look out for the best and well-equipped version you can find. It will hold up its value very nicely, and most probably it has been driven by a person who likes cars and cares about cars. If you get a version, you know, that doesn't even have heated seats, for example, well, or nice wheels, or an AMG package, the chances are they didn't really care about the car, and it was, you know, probably used as a workhorse. Thing I really like about the Mercedes system, it doesn't really matter which one, because they all share the same platform in general, is the fact that I can use my steering wheel buttons to control this screen right here. So I have a, you know, menu button. I can swipe to navigation, media, telephone, Apple CarPlay, and on the left here I can control this screen, and if I have a digital dashboard, I can also control that one. So basically you can do everything in this car on the steering wheel, or at least very close to it. Like you know, driver assist controls are here. All the controls for my climate control basically are and can be operated via the, you know, steering wheel. And everything down here, it's very easy to operate as well. Climate control, shortcuts, you know, easy to read, nice toggle switches, very, you know, metallic feeling, like a razor almost. Yeah, can't really complain. There really isn't much, you know, to say bad about this car. They have dropped value. They have dropped in value quite a lot, and you can get a very nicely spec'd version for, you know, around 35,000 euros, I'm guessing. And again, the diesel is probably the one to go for, because it's just so frugal. It will go on forever. I haven't heard of any major or problematic issues with these engines and cars. They tend to run quite smoothly and without any problems. So of course you can find a beaten up version, of course, and if you're not lucky you can end up paying a lot for servicing fees and maintenance. But in general, if you just check out the car you're buying in the first place and have it mechanically checked, or if it has a warranty, don't worry about it. If I had the chance to buy one myself, would I get a 5 Series, a E-Class, or a A6? Let's leave out the Lexuses and other competitors, maybe the Volvo S90. Which one would I buy myself with my own money? It's very hard not to buy a BMW, because for the same price range the G30 version is a bit newer, it's a bit nicer. Engine, the 520d for example, it's just a tad more smooth even than this car. So if it was my money, I'd go for the Beamer. But if you buy the Mercedes, you will not be disappointed in any way, I can guarantee you this. It's a rather fast car, it has all the tech stuff you want. By the way, Apple CarPlay is full screen with these newer Mercedes, and it's just so nice and easy to use. Yeah. Thank you for watching, guys. This was my short review of the E-Class sedan, and yeah, see you soon. Bye bye.